A new bishop is leading the Catholic Diocese of Sioux Falls. Bishop Donald DeGrood officially took over Thursday when he was ordained and installed at the Cathedral of St. Joseph. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Kelly Volk sits down with the bishop to find out how he plans to lead the diocese.
The Cathedral of St. Joseph is packed as people witness history, the ordination and installation of Bishop Donald DeGrood. This elaborate event started with a phone call on December 2nd.
Didn't recognize the number, and I just put it back in my pocket.
But he picked up the second time around. The voice on the other end wanted to know if he would accept the appointment to become the 9th bishop of the Diocese of Sioux Falls.
After I received the call and I went to pray about it, I just had really clear, strong sense in prayer from God that he wanted me to say yes, and he'd give me everything I need. So it's like, okay, this is clearly coming from God, so here we go.
Bishop DeGrood grew up a farm kid near Faribault, Minnesota. He first started thinking about becoming a priest back when he was an altar server.
So the stirrings have been in my heart for many, many years, and I've been discerning for many years with ups and downs, you know, because you want to discern, is God calling me to be married? What are my desires? All those kinds of things.
He most recently served as a parish priest in Savage, Minnesota, before being tapped as the next bishop of the Diocese of Sioux Falls.
I'm definitely a Minnesota guy, and yep, all my life, but I'm looking forward to now seeing what South Dakota life is going to be like.
This will be my last recorded Mass.
He took over for Bishop Emeritus Paul Swain, who led the Catholic churches of eastern South Dakota for more than 13 years.
Change is good. It's not always easy, but and so I think this is a great blessing to the diocese.
He says one of the most rewarding parts of the past several years is the restoration of the Cathedral of St. Joseph.
It's also a community and state landmark, and so we get all kinds of tourists and visitors who, and that's a wonderful thing. It unites us a little more.
What's been the most challenging part of being a bishop?
Well, certainly the child abuse issue, very challenging and very sad. And so speaking with victims and trying to provide some healing to help them to heal.
It's too early for Bishop DeGrood to talk about the issue at a local level, but he can speak about the work to confront it in Minnesota.
And coming from the diocese I did, there's been a lot of work that has been done to try to really not just starting more and more to help with the healing process, but also how do we get good systems in place and make sure these, as best as possible, that these things don't happen. You know, one is too many.
Bishop DeGrood will emphasize listening, consulting, empowering, and praying in his leadership role. But even in this early time, his goal is clear.
I would say my number one priority has been, even as a priest, has been to help people get to heaven. And what does that mean? That means basically helping them grow in their relationship with God, their relationship with others, basically helping people to live healthy, happy, and holy lives.
Bishop DeGrood calls this new assignment a great gift.
As I look back, I see God's hand in amazing ways of how he's just been guiding me all along and preparing me for what he's now calling me to do.
It turns out that phone call a few months ago would be a higher calling. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Kelly Volk.
Bishop Emeritus Paul Swain said there were other challenges of the role too, including the merging of rural parishes. You can watch the full ordination and installation of Bishop DeGrood by clicking a link in this story at KELOLAND.com.